Polyamory is when you have more than one spouse or significant other. Polyfamily is when you make it even more weird than it already is. In today's show and deep dive, I'm going to take a look at a show called Polyfamily, a TLC special in which a man and his wife meet another man and his wife, and they turn into something called a quad. Nope, that's not a basketball team missing one player. That's 4 people having sex. But the men don't, but the women do with the other men and themselves sometimes. It's a very, very weird show. It has been described as what the fuck by People magazine. And I brought out my board so you know this one's gonna be good. In fact, I wrote down a issues list here because I just want to write down just some of the issues that might arise when you have a 4-person relationship. I'm not saying 2's the best because I haven't tried the others, but wow. I also want to say off the bat, maybe it's not something familiar to me, but I'm going to try and not judge it. I don't really know. Some people feel more comfortable with that. I'm pretty open-minded. I can understand. I can see how this could be good. Basically, if you want to name a positive right off the bat, it's like sharing rent with 3 people you fuck.
Nice shot.
Not bad in theory. So that's kind of cool. But I'm going to try and go into this with an open mind. But like I said, there are some clear issues with this show, this relationship dynamic and everything that goes with it. And today I'm going to deep dive into a show that I probably never want to see again. Polyfamily. By the way, if you like this video, consider subscribing at some point. Alright, cool. Let's take a look.
Where do you want me to sit?
Where do you guys usually sit?
Tonight's my night with Taya, so I'd sit by her.
So how does this work?
Taya's my wife and Alicia's my girlfriend. And vice versa. Alicia's my wife and Taya's my girlfriend.
Anybody think this is weird?
Weird.
Just me? This is my wife, this is my girlfriend. Sometimes I cheat on my girlfriend with my wife, and people are like, what? What are you talking about, man? That's crazy. I don't know. I'm already a bit like weirded out that the guys are sitting there being like, yeah, she's into you, but she married me. Something about it just don't seem right. Is this in Utah? Where is this?
We are a closed polyamorous quad. A closed quad is 4 people, us. We're only dating within ourselves and married within ourselves. We don't have any outside partners.
Unlike us, the real world, where we're like an open zillion. I can date whoever I want. Within reason, by the way. Pending laws, relations of family members and other stuff that you might get arrested for. I'm free to date who I please. These guys date only within the quad. It's like it's either I'm going to date my wife, I'm going to date my girlfriend, or sometimes that fat dude staring at me, I might even try and date him a little bit. That's what we got going for them. A closed quad. Oh, they're from Lebanon, Oregon? I didn't know Oregon had a Lebanon. America does this, doesn't it? It has like a habit of being like Paris, Texas. But this is like a weird one. This is Lebanon, Oregon.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Alicia, and this is Tyler. We've been married for 11 years.
I was 18, a freshman in college, and Tyler was 20, and met at a party and kind of had an instant connection, started texting the next day, and never quit.
Yep. Seems normal enough, kind of. Except she didn't say what kind of party it was.
No, ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
And we don't know the details, and I'm sitting here knowing that these two swap a lot. And if you don't believe me, soon you're gonna find out why I say that. Also, this dude does not look 20 in that picture. He looks like he was 30 in the picture.
This is our bedroom.
Come in.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi. Good. How are you?
Doing well.
Oh, yo. Damn. All right, it's a little hard to process, right? You wake up, you're like, that's my wife, and then she goes to another room and she's like, that's my man, other man. That's a bit weird. I'm not gonna lie.
The main difference between a polyamorous quad like us and swinging is that our relationship is more than just physical. We are a family. We raise children together. We have bills together. We have a home together. We're not just doing the sexy time, so to speak.
I'm Taya. This is my husband, Sean, and we've been married for 6 years. We met at work, and he was my supervisor one day and was kind of sassy with our group, and I just knew that I liked him right off the bat.
Was a supervisor. Supervisor. He's 46, she's 28. And that's like the least worrisome part of this whole thing. The 18-year age gap. That's apparently fine compared to the fact that I just heard supervisor. My boss is the one who loves me. My boss is in love with me. My boss is just in me. I don't know about that. Something about that already doesn't seem nice. But okay, she met this guy at work. And at some point, these two paths crossed. I just want to know how that has happened.
The girls have their own bedrooms, so Tyler and I switch rooms every night. We take our toothbrushes, our pillows, and whatever else we need for the next day, and we do that no matter where we are.
The girls have their own bedrooms?
Boys not allowed. Boys not allowed.
Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down here? I thought the guys had the bedrooms. There are just stains everywhere on that, man. What? Ooh. See, if the guys had the beds, then they would stay within their own range of jizzle, right? Because the girls would be changing every night. But now that the girls have the beds and the guys swap, each bed has two sets of, how do I say this appropriately? Come. All right.
We are monogamous with our pillows.
You and Sean have an intimate relationship together.
Sean and I do not have any kind of romantic or sexual relationship. People ask that all the time, but no, it's not like that for us. We're both straight.
Oh, that makes it so much easier to digest. I'm still thinking about the last two things that have happened. The girl swap beds, and also you swap partners every night. Like it's a game of Monopoly or something. Like just one night I get to have her, the other night I get to have the other one. What kind of weird... Sorry. You know what I mean? Let's say you want to hold your girl more than one day in a row, but you can't because your boyfriend is taking her away. Isn't that kind of crazy? You guys can't go on a romantic getaway for more than one day because you got to swap. Could you not do like a week each? Is that... Why did it have to be a day each? Are there any special rules? Do you get months off? Does the holidays count? What happens on February 29th? Come on, guys. There's so many questions I have about this closed quad. Namely, what the fuck is it?
Have you two women ever had a intimate relationship?
That's a lie. There definitely was a time that Tay and Alicia have been intimate because Tay is pansexual and Alicia's a female.
I identify as pansexual.
So, Taylor's a pansexual, and apparently they've also had like sort of a relationship within the girls. By the way, if you don't know what a pansexual is, it's someone who loves kitchenware.
Oh, mama, I have got to get me one of these.
Sorry. No, it's someone who is attracted to any, like, it doesn't matter if you're straight, gay, fat, gangster. Like, there's so many things you could be. Pansexuals, like, I don't care. I like you for you. So she doesn't mind if it's a guy or girl. And I think there was a moment where the girls were getting it on, and then the guys were like, oh, man. I mean, it's hot, but like now I have to sit next to Sean for a long time. The age discrepancy is a bit weird because everyone's of a similar age, and then Sean exists and he's like 10 years older. So it seems like he's like the dad of the group, but I don't know.
I identify as pansexual, which means that I'm attracted to people for who they are and less what's on the outside or in their pants.
Clearly, I'm looking at Sean. He looks like a Microsoft Wii character. I know Wii's Nintendo, but he looks like the mixture of Bill Gates and a Wii character.
And about 2 years in, we decided to try something a little different. I approached Sean about the idea of bringing in another female into our relationship, and it kind of evolved from there.
It was definitely my fantasy to have a threesome. I mean,
we're seeing how this has happened, and instead of the girls being like, hey, I think we should bring a guy into the relationship. Your penis is small. They were like, all right, I'm going to give you the win earlier on, and then I'll start to bring in the guy later. So on both sides, the girl was like, hey, you like girls? Why don't we bring one in? And then a guy. What? I didn't say that. Who the fuck did that? That's what happened. And the other girl, she actually said that her partner wanted a threesome, and she's like, cool, we'll look for that. And you can have as many as you want, and then we'll bring a guy in. What? I don't know. I just keep saying that.
I didn't just assume that. I didn't make that up.
If one's good, two's better.
I had this idea one time, put an ad in the seeking section and see if we could fulfill this fantasy that men have.
I would love to see that ad. Hello, I am an older woman with a young husband who cannot be satisfied. He has a pretty, he's got a small penis, but what he lacks in penis size, he makes up for in, well, he doesn't really make it up, but can you please just make his life better? Thank you. I'm looking for anyone, any age, of consent, of course, any color except black, or any other race. Actually, just white will be. It's only gonna be white. Actually. Okay, thanks. That's probably what the ad sounded like.
Got on an app, matched with Sean and Taya. Sean and I started talking more regularly on the phone, and then we were texting a lot and starting to catch feelings pretty quickly.
My question is, and this is like, I'm genuinely asking, how can you have a relationship with like this many people on that level? Like, I'm not even talking about like love and commitment. Okay, sure, maybe you can love like 8 people at the same time. Like, just logistically, I don't know if I could really talk to more than a person, like fully. If someone asks how's your day and you're like, man, it's been a long day, this happened, and then I had to talk to a different girl about the same thing, I'd be like, ask the first one. Please stop. I don't think I could hold that literal conversation, literal energy and stuff with that many people. That's why you have different relationships. My friends know it's not predicated on anything. It's like, cool, we'll just be friends. There's no pressure. If I have my wife, the pressure is if I do one thing wrong, she'll divorce me.
Divorce.
So it's always game time with her. If I have a side chick, I'm like, whew, I'll call you when I call you, bitch. Like, there's so many different things, but when you have 2 relationships, that's tough. I feel like logistically, that's so much effort.
So these are our oldest 2 kids. This is Dylan and this is Raina. They're 9 and 8.
Tyler and I actually had Dylan and Raina before we met Sean and Taya.
Since we've all been together.
Oh, I was just gonna write kids down because I can already see this is gonna be an issue, but like, wow. Okay, so this couple had 2 kids and then said, we're mommy and daddy, but you're gonna get mama and dada. Oh God. Because the thing is, the kids are now in a quad couple relationship that they weren't even supposed to be in, right? Now this is pretty bad, because what happens there is that the kids are like, they're just trying to grow up, and unintentionally they're part of this group of people who has they have a democracy over their own children, which is, I mean, you know, I guess it's okay, but at the same time, damn, little Timmy's gonna get bullied, man. You know this is gonna happen. As soon as he goes to school and they're like, where's your dad? And he's like, which one? And they're like, your dad's gay. And he's like, no, and my moms will beat you up if you say that again. He's going to jail. He's gonna get beat the hell up.
Since we've all been together, we've had 2 more children, Barrett, who's almost 2, and Carver, who is 16 months.
Oh, okay, so all right. Okay, so they're baby making machines too. Cool. I love that. I love Lebanon, Oregon. They're like, let's increase the population within this family. We're a quad and we create babies by the dozen. Okay, cool. We got a lot of babies. How many is that? 4? I guess 1 for each person.
So I birthed Dylan, Raina, and Barrett, and Taya birthed Carver, and now she's pregnant with our 5th baby, Quentin.
Apparently, polyamory doesn't include using a condom at any point in time. They got 5 on the way. The 5th baby. What are you trying to be, the Jackson 5 or something? Why you got so many baby for? The hell? Do you not understand there's a housing crisis? I guess they live in the farm. It's alright. Damn. These dudes really, they were like, I'm gonna have this many kids because there's so many parents, we can all raise them together. I guess the big question, and something that absolutely will come up, is the fact that if you have 4 different parents, the parenting styles are just going to be conflicting, because there is no conceivable way that 4 people who are all trying to raise kids will have the exact same thoughts. I don't think that's even a logical thought. So we got this issue that I feel like is going to be pretty big in the future. You got the issue of legality. You got the issue of biological rights. You got a lot of issues there. Oh, anyway, yes, tell me why this is cool and why I should do it.
There's things we gravitate towards. Tyler's like the fix-it guy. Sean's our organizer. Taya takes care of all of the kiddos at home. She's the stay-at-home mom. I tend to get the kids like enrolled in their sports and activities.
So then these fools try to make it seem like when you have 4 people, everybody can just do something, which just makes me feel even more like, oh damn, 2 people, sometimes single mom doing everything. You just got to give it up to her. Because my mom was like a single mom. She's like, did everything. And I'm like, wow, that's amazing. These fools needed 4 of them and they still can't raise the kids. That's amazing. But also, she said she enrolls kids in things. What happens when you stop enrolling kids? How many things can you enroll Timmy into? What, piano classes, swimming classes, Zulu lessons, American history, film school, grad school, lawyer school, boating school? What the fuck else are you enrolling this dude in? French? Sorry, I forgot about that. Spanish? Just keep enrolling him in things. See what happens. See, little Timmy's gonna be so based, or he's gonna skip class.
In our relationship, we have some rules set in place, and that's just to kind of be fair about things. So if it's Tyler's and my night together, then I'm gonna sit next to Tyler in the car, at dinner, on the couch, and Taya would be sitting next to Sean, but that doesn't stop me from giving.
Guys, sorry, I just had a random thought. They swap, right? They swap each morning. What if the girl has morning sex? Then she goes to her husband and then she gives him the kisses. Look, whether they like it or not, Sean and that other dude, whatever his name is, Daniel or some shit, they touch swords inadvertently at some point.
That doesn't stop me from giving Sean any sort of affection. I can still give him a kiss and a hug and
tug and a rub, pull it out, see what happens, right?
Our main rule regarding sex is that since the guys switch bedrooms every night, you can be sexual with the guy that you're with in your bedroom that night, and then if you would like to be intimate with them again, you wait until your next night with them.
Okay, so in the morning, there's no such thing as morning sex. It's just get up.
Wake up, wake up.
Get out of bed, make that egg, because they all make one piece of breakfast each, because it's like a sort of it's a democratic breakfast. They all take one bite and raise one kid. Okay, cool. That doesn't make it much better for me personally, because I don't believe that shit, but cool. Glad that we have rules set in place. It's anarchy if there's no rules. Like, at face value, you're like, man, 2 girls, that's cool. But then you're like, yeah, but one has to stay with the other guy that you hate. And if you really like me and it's not your night, too bad. You'll just have to imagine me during sex. Wow, this is very weird. Sorry.
With them.
A lot of the boundaries that we have now, we established by crossing them accidentally to start with and doing something that didn't feel good to somebody in the beginning.
There was an incident where Tay and Tyler were off doing something by themselves and it wasn't their night together, and they had sex.
Okay. Sean is a psychopath. I don't know why, but he looks like, when he's looking through the camera, it looks like he's strangling the cameraman with his eyeballs and lack of hair. I feel like if Sean wasn't in this quad relationship, he'd be a quad serial killer right now.
We needed to put something into place because there was just a lot of feelings coming up around sex.
All right. Okay. I don't know how people are supposed to be in these sort of relationships because it's sort of alien to me, but I thought that there would be no jealousy since your wife is absolutely sleeping with another guy.
I can feel it, yo, they're having sex.
And vice versa. So I didn't know that these feelings were running rancid in this quadrant that they have going on. That says to me, maybe some people are unsure of their position in this and just going along with it for whatever's sake. And that is concerning because I don't know, I would be very uncomfortable if I was forced into some sort of relationship. And sometimes these things happen, like it's just because you want to make your husband or wife happy that you go along with it, even when you truly probably don't want to. So that's a bit crazy.
Around sex.
Who's the father?
Well, hold up. Who's the mother? Look at fucking Sean over there. And he looks like he's carrying a load too, doesn't he? Damn. So yeah, then the producer asks who's the father, and everyone laughs, and they're like, we don't know, and I'm laughing too because I'm like, that's one of those polyamorous jokes that I just don't get. And then they're like, no, seriously, they don't know who impregnated her.
Me?
Both of us.
All right.
Who's the father of the younger boys?
Since the guys switch rooms every night, we don't know who the fathers of the younger boys are.
I'm gonna write that down because of the craziness of whatever that sentence was. Wow. I'm just gonna write question mark, and then father. When the kid comes out and he says, who's my father, the girl's gonna say whoever I said daddy to last. I don't know what to say about that, man. That's kind of crazy that you could not know who the daddy is because it could be anyone. You just gotta wait like a few years, and if it looks bald and fat, it's Sean, and if it looks like it is a Mormon, then it's Tyler. What's to say? You should just combine the names, like Tyler and Sean. Torn. Or Shyler. One of those. Just figure it out.
So you have absolutely no idea who the boys' biological fathers are?
No, it's really important to us that we parent the boys equally, and not knowing their biology helps us do that.
I mean, biology really is only...
May I suggest something? If you guys are trying for a baby, at least maybe try one at a time, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to random everything, right? You know? It could be like, hey, this is my wife. I'm gonna try with my wife to have the kid. Or, hey, I really like my girlfriend. How about I try and have a kid with her, and you have a kid with my wife. It's all good. We're in a quad 4. You know, she's a quad whore. Something like that. Is it just me, or is that like a bit weird that like the kid just, it's not like, it's like anybody's kid, like, because like biologically it's someone's kid, and if nobody knows, then one day the kid's gonna be like, who's my real daddy? And then it's gonna be like a really awkward conversation. I feel like you're inadvertently making this very hard on the kid, so I don't know, something about this doesn't sit right.
I mean, biology really is only important if you're trying to get somebody for child support or if there's a medical issue.
Yeah, what would be important is that if the boys grew up and they wanted to know their genetics for whatever reason, then we'll totally take that journey with them.
So how would you two describe your relationship?
How would you describe it to the kid? What would you say? Hey, the reason we kept this a secret for so long is your dad was banging me, but then daddy came home and he started doing the same thing, and I was like, I just don't know which one did it. It just happened in such close succession. I thought it was a mixture of both of the dad's sperm. It created a new baby, which was you. That's why you look all so weird like that. Yeah. The doctor said it's a miracle that you're still doing this shit.
I think our relationship is we live together.
Alicia's used the word jealous.
So it also seems like the guys are not on like great terms. They just sort of put up with the situation because they like the benefits of having a wife and a girlfriend, but they don't seemingly like each other at all, which is even more like question marks, fuel to the flame here. I didn't know if they needed to like each other, but I thought they'd at least be friends. Like, I thought you'd be on good terms with the guy who is banging your wife, who you're letting that happen to and with. But it seems like they're not on good terms, and it's just something that they're just having to put up with. So I don't know who's winning in the squad. The kids are losing. The wives don't know who's getting them knocked up, and the husbands, they're not really on good terms. This is a low quality quad.
Alicia's used the word jealousy when it comes to the sex conversations, but it's not. I think it's competition. I think that she doesn't want to know how often is a big part of it and how kinky.
It's clearly very often since you're pregnant, though. It's not, like, I don't think she can ignore that. And the fact that you guys don't know, inadvertently, if you do like reverse engineering on the situation, it means that the guy that she married is banging you multiple times to the point that you don't know. So it turns out one of the girls, Alicia, she's actually jealous. She doesn't like hearing about the intimate details. And again, that says to me, maybe she's not entirely someone who wanted to be in this position, but maybe was forced into it. I don't know. Because I just don't understand being in this situation and being jealous, like swingers or something. You know, at that point, if you're jealous, maybe you shouldn't be there.
Not even supposed to be here today.
Right? be in a monogamous relationship where it's social faux pas not to cheat and stuff. So I don't know. Something about that is a bit weird.
I had to put in my own boundary, my own rule that I don't want to hear about Tyler and Taya's sex life. It still is really hard for me.
She actually starts crying when she's thinking about it. So I don't know, man. I just don't feel like this is this normal quad behavior? Is anybody in a quad right now? Tell me, discuss with your group. Do you guys love each other? Like equally? Do you get jealous? I don't know. If I had a quad, it would be 3 other girls. Like, it's not, I don't know, man.
I think being human, of course I'm going to wonder, you know, whose child is this biologically? Because I'm curious, but I mean, I'll be straight with you. Tay and I have a lot of sex.
Oh, God, shut up.
Shut up, bitch!
God, Tyler is so... I don't know what it is about him, but I find him like icky. I don't know if that's like coming off with you guys. Every time he looks and stuff, like Sean, I'm like, oh, I know what's gonna happen. He'll kill me. But this guy looks like he's gonna butter me up and shit. Like, I don't like him. I don't know what he looks like. A evil 1920s racist character. Like,
Now I'm racist!
I don't know what it is about him, but I don't like the way he does things. And whenever he just confesses, we have a lot of sex. I think the kid's mine because we have a lot of sex. Not me and the kid, obviously. Damn, me and the girl, the old girl, my girlfriend. I don't have sex with my wife. Ugh. I let Sean do that.
When Carver was born, because of COVID restrictions, Alicia wasn't able to be there in the delivery room. So our plan this time is that she's the number 1 choice. If they only allow one person in the delivery room, it's going to be Alicia. And
is that how they do it? I thought they asked for the father. I didn't know. I have no idea. I haven't had a kid, but I just assume there'd be like, does dad want to hold him? And then Alicia comes in. They're like, that's dad? And then these two come in. They're like, no, we're the dad. Equally dad. 50% penis each. It's going to be really weird when they're like family only and these 3 barge in all claiming that they're the same role. I'm just saying.
And if they allow 2, then it'll be either Sean or myself, depending on whose night it is with Taya.
Okay. Yep, I'm writing that down. Here's a picture of your uncle holding you the first night you were born because it was his time. Imagine saying that to your child and them not going apeshit. How does that work? Do you have a picture with me and Dad? Yes, but only on the 2nd day when he was allowed back into the bedroom. Because your uncle was the one who was doing it first. I'm writing this is crazy. Because of them taking turns each night to hold the baby, that's what's going to happen when the baby's born. So it doesn't matter who's the biological father, it matters who is sleeping with which person's wife that night. Okay. Being hella democratic about this. Can you imagine like a doctor is doing that? It's like a doctor, a dentist, a eye doctor, a foot doctor, and a pediatrician all rotating. They're like, it depends whose night it is to do brain surgery. But none of them is a brain surgeon. Allegedly, that's your son. You don't know. You just have a lot of sex with her. That doesn't mean anything. Sean could be doing way more than you. And unless you guys discuss and write about your thesis and tell each other and show each other, you don't know who's doing what. It's probably going to be awkward when one of them says what position the other one puts them in. The only position I'm in is the awkward one.
There's no right answer here. We just have to do the best we can.
Exactly. There's only wrong answers, and you've hit them all. Wrong answer number 1, I'm bringing 3 people into the delivery room. All of them are my dad's. Wrong answer number 2, it depends whose turn it is going to hold the baby. Wrong answer number 3, we'll send my wife in to hold the baby before any of the dads. Cool.
I mean, remember, you're grounded today, so you need to make sure that you're...
So, by the way, this is a 6-episode series. We're still on episode 1 here. We're getting to know the family. At this point, one of the kids is grounded for lying. And one of the dads says, you're grounded, you need to leave, you can't talk. But the other one, Tyler, this is his biological kid, wants to still have a talk, and then he gets kind of mad and sad, and now he's talking it out with Sean, trying to be like, hey, I know you're parenting her, but this is my kid. And that's where he makes like a big mistake.
I haven't seen any of the kids all day, and I just wanted a few minutes to bond with the kids. I don't like the way Sean interrupted our conversation. Everybody's grounded, but like, when am I supposed to see her? I just don't like the way that went. I was just trying to talk to her for a minute.
Sean's sitting like a Sims character or like an NPC, man.
Well, I get that, but I mean, that's one of the consequences of being grounded, is that you're grounded.
I should be able to talk to our kid.
And then Tyler makes the cardinal sin in any quad, saying the word my. Because everything is our. It's like sort of like communism. So he says, like, I should talk to my kid, the one that he actually had, but now he's like realizing that's offensive to Sean. So he's like, this is our kid. I just had the kid and raised it. But of course it's our kid, Sean. Just because you're here now, this is everybody's child. So we'll both ground her together. You say half the words, I'll say half the words. 1, 2, 3, go. That's kind of bullshit in my opinion. I just feel so stupid even thinking about the fact that these kids grew up for like 7, 8 years knowing this was mom and dad, and now it's like mom, dad, Sean, the other lady who's pregnant, Talicia. Her name's like Tanya or something.
When we all decided to parent together and we get into an argument and they use the my kids or these are our kids, like, it does hurt.
And with that, we've come to like the first big issue of the quad. One thing that is missaid or misspoken can lead to everybody getting affected, because later on in the episode, one couple talks to the other couple about how he said this, she said that, and it turns into a big drama sesh. So there's always drama afoot. Like, there's no way that you can do anything with the other three not being affected, which to me is a huge waste of time, but it feels like this is the way that they're choosing to live. And that's how the episode ends. Now we're on to episode 2.
The only real consequences that could come from finding out for us at this stage are negative. And Sean and I have already had a lot of conflicts over parenting lately, and we really do not need one more issue to make things worse.
Look at Sean sitting there like a teenager who's 50 years old.
How do you do, fellow kids?
What?
What is this? What? Sean is like a legend. He's sitting in the chair like he's been grounded.
You're grounded today.
They're like, you're gonna have this baby, Sean, and you're gonna like it. Why is he sitting like that? This dude is... he's the weirdest 46-year-old. Like, he does not have that 46-year-old energy. He's got the energy of like a toddler, but the look of a 50-year-old man. And that's such a weird combo. Anyway, they also say there's no positive thing that could come about knowing who the baby's father is, which is like dystopian to hear. I don't know, this is like the weird kind of relationship where you're like, dude, it's better if nobody knows, including the baby. We'll just tell him he came from Santa Claus.
At 4:11 p.m., Quentin Heartless Rogers was born.
So they delivered the baby, and of course TLC was like, let me get right in there, show the baby. So day 1 of its life, it's gonna be on TLC, which is a new sort of low, honestly. I never really have seen something this bad before. But here we are. Day 1, this baby has ended up on the weirdest website, TLC. Also, they put the baby on the tray because 100% they were like, look, you guys don't know who the dad is. We don't know who the dad is. We're donating it to Tesla.
At 4:11 p.m., Quentin Heartless Rogers was born, weighing 9 pounds, 2 ounces.
And he's perfect.
And he's perfect.
Oh, God.
You know, this is my son, and we've decided that we're going to hyphenate last names. We've done that for the 3 children we've had together now. It's just a way to signify that we're all a family together and that we're all their parents.
You telling me that the kid's last name is like Renee, Johnson, Walker, China, Bellagio, Smith? She's borderline Sri Lankan in how many names that she has. All right. You know that that's going to be horrible for documentation when you have to write your full names on paper. It's going to take her a while. Cool. I just hope you know the kids are the ones suffering the most from this, whether you like it or not.
But under Oregon state law, because Sean is Taya's husband and Taya's the birth mother, by default, he is the father that goes in the birth certificate. I'm a little bit jealous that Sean is, and I'm not. And I wouldn't take that away from Sean. I just wish I could be there too. At some point, we're going to need to find some way to tie us all together and make us all legal parents to all the kids.
Yeah, so there is an ongoing arc where this quad decides that they all want to be legal parents, and there's so many things against this. There's so many loopholes and reasons why there's biological parents and then given parents and then godparents, but these 4 are like, yes, all at once. It turns out that Sean, because he's married to Taya, is the one who's the father on the birth certificate, and that must mean something. It doesn't mean their biological father. So if this quad ever breaks up, it's going to be a non-stop endless barrage of going to the lawyer, and he said this, she said that, he stuck it in me here, she stuck it in me there.
Who do you think Quentin looks like?
I think Quentin looks like me.
Quentin has a cowlick, and so do I.
Yes, he's a white baby, so it could be anyone's.
And so do I. He's also got dimples, and so do I. So make of that what you will.
Well, he also doesn't have hair, and Sean doesn't have that. And Sean kind of looks like a big fucking baby. So if you were to shrink Sean and make him 9 pounds, I think actually you wouldn't even be able to tell the difference between who is who, really.
Can I ask you guys who you're shopping for? We are.
So anyway, they go baby shopping, and I love these scenes where they interact with people in society, and then they bring them aside and they're like, what do you think about quad couples? What do you think about quad couples?
What?
Quad couples.
Stop, sir.
Just like random people who have nothing to do with the situation. Now this little girl is she's at the baby clothes store, and she happens to ask a landmine question. She asks, what are you shopping for? And then that's when you step in it.
We are a married couple, and we actually are in a relationship with another married couple. Cute. We have 5 kids in between the 4 of us adults.
I need to give her a gold fucking star for that smooth ass response. She played it off as if that was like something she heard every not too shabby. Touche. Do that all the time. I know in her head she was like, fuck. Okay.
And so Taya is our other partner, and she just had a baby.
Awesome. I think there's a lot of talk around polyamorous relationships these days.
It's one of those things where you're like, wish I didn't ask. This is kind of like customer service. You're like, how was your day? And then someone says the most TMI horrible shit, and you're like, well, that'll be $39.99. Hope your day gets better, sir.
There's a lot of talk around polyamorous relationships these days. It's very progressive. It's kind of cool. It's like a commune, you know? Have you been a polyamorous? I don't think so. No.
Oh, bless this woman. She was like, it's really cool. It's great. Would I do it? Fuck no. Obviously not. But it's pretty good. I feel like that's how the general consensus feels. It's like, you do you, boo. That's how we all feel, right? Yeah, it's fine. Go ahead. Do your 4 couple if you want to get into a 8 couple, 7, a 6 tuple, whatever the hell you want. Octuple. Do it. Just do it within the bounds of legality, hopefully. As long as everybody's doing the right thing, we're all right. Doesn't matter if you got your little cult going on there.
My husband and I are both a little too jealous to be involved in a polyamorous relationship.
No, but that's the thing, right? She said she was just saying jealousy, and this is what like Alicia, she seems jealous. She feels like someone who's probably almost against their will in a way. She's also the only one, she's the only girl in the group who's straight, because Taya is pansexual, and she's like,
I have got to get me one of these.
Sort of like exploring options, and this is foreshadowing something later, but like, it really makes Alicia question herself. Like, it's like, she's straight, Tyler's straight, but also likes more than one girl. Why didn't she just do a threesome with him and then let it be? Or something. I just feel like I don't know if she's there. Like, she really wants to be there.
I'm not even supposed to be here today.
But anyway.
I was thinking about it, and I looked into it, and I really want to go see a lactation consultant and try and see if I could breastfeed too.
Oh my God, Sean does not like that. They're finally home. Taya's breastfeeding, but as this is a quad, everybody needs to pitch in. It's one titty for everyone. You know what I mean? Sorry, one titty from everyone, including Sean, who's probably got the biggest honkers of all of them. But look, he can't produce the milk that Alicia can, so she's gonna try and do it.
Do you have any, like, if you squeeze it, do you have any?
Yeah, I mean, it's not completely dried up. There's still, like, some
Still a trickle?
stuff. A trickle.
I feel like that sounds promising.
Yeah, that sounds cool. Hadn't really thought of that. Cool's not the word I would have used.
Yeah, it's a weird, cool is very limited vocabulary there, Tyler. Yeah, that's cool. You trickle milk from your titties? That's cool. What's that, a magic trick? I can trickle something from my balls. Like, yeah, guess we all can do that, It's not that cool. Right, Sean?
What's the word you would use?
It's weird.
What's weird about it?
Okay, he's saying it's weird. I can say it's weird. He's part of this, and he's saying it's weird.
I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. That's weird.
I think we can all... I've been feeling so bad. I'm like, I don't want to call this weird just because I don't know it. But Sean over there is saying it's weird. He's in it. Once a person in a polyquad says it's weird, things is fucked up.
Producing milk or
Yeah.
feeding
the fact
baby?
that you haven't produced milk in, 2 years?
No, only a year and a half. He's only 2.5 years old.
Yeah, but
I did it for
still.
a whole year.
What? She wants to breastfeed a baby who she didn't birth?
Yeah, I'm about as confused as you. I'm not shitting you. I wanted to get the information right. I actually asked ChatGPT, is it okay for different people to breastfeed? Because in my head, I thought that was wrong. But apparently the machine over there says that you can. And it's perfectly safe. And in some cases, it's a thing. I don't know how common it is. I don't know if I'd let someone who wasn't really connected to the baby do that. But this is a quad couple. We're sharing everything, including titties.
Her body's not producing milk. My brain can't quite comprehend what that means. And so all I can say is it's weird. What are you doing?
I'm gonna attempt to pump. That's how you start the lactation process and produce milk.
Yeah, Sean knows all about that. Sean acting like he doesn't know what that is, okay? Sean thinks it's like a gas mask or something. You know exactly what that is. That's a titty pump.
You look very concerned. Yeah, there we go. Makes my boobs look really big.
Yeah. I don't want to hurt you because it seems like that would hurt.
Yeah, Sean gets right in there like a little toddler. He gets right in there. He starts helping her out. He's like, yeah, you know what? I can get behind this milking thing. I milk cows. You're no different. In fact, kind of even worse.
Yeah, just like that. Good job.
Squishy.
So on the upstairs, Alicia's getting herself helped out by good old Shaughnessy over there. But downstairs, Taya has now found out some information that is really bad. She actually got a text from Sean who said, just got baby Quentin's blood test results. I guess we know who the dad is, which is ominous because they didn't want to know who the dad is. This is the only time it's like the Maury show and they're like, the results are in and everybody closes their ears because they don't want to know.
Tyler texted everybody in the group chat Quentin's vital information, his height and weight and blood type. When we decided not to find out paternity, we didn't have discussions about finding out blood type because we didn't know that it could point to paternity. So we never.
You didn't think blood types could determine who the kids were? All right, cool. Now we're dealing with that. Okay. But it's not like the end all be all. Like I don't think that is the defining factor. I think DNA would be. Anyway, cool. All right. It seems like Sean is saying that because the blood type matches Tyler, that it might actually be his kid instead of Sean's. And remember, they were having that whole dad war because they were like, it's equal your baby and my baby. But now they know really deep down it's not his baby, it's Tyler's baby, which is gotta hurt, like, because that's your wife and she got knocked up by her boyfriend.
When I got the text from Tyler about Quentin's blood type, he tells me that Quentin's blood type is O negative, which I know is Tyler's, so I know I can't be the father.
Are you sure?
I looked it up. What I read on the internet was that 2B blood type parents cannot produce an O negative child.
He's a chemistry major. He looked it up. He thinks that this is the defining factor in the parental sphere. And because Sean did one quick Google search, this is the end all be all. That's how much he cares about his son. He can Google search and look at the top result. Thanks, Sean. You seem to be a very good dad already.
It says that cannot, so I'm not the father.
There you go. If the internet says it's wrong, it's wrong. We all listen to the internet for everything in our lives because that has led us down the right path 100% of the time. Okay, thanks, Sean.
I would assume that blood type...
You keep assuming, don't you? Keep assuming.
You know, everyone would know that blood type tells us paternity. And so for him just to send it, not even thinking about it, it's pretty irresponsible and pretty irritating.
Yeah, you should beat him up. This is what I mean, right? Imagine sending your blood type and stuff, and then suddenly the other 3 people in the group are like, you shouldn't have done that, Sean. We don't even want to know. We don't even know what color the baby is. It could be anybody's baby. Well, it's white, so I guess it's not, I mean, but you, like, theoretically, this could have been anybody's baby. Well, obviously it's only you guys, but you know what I mean, Sean. I mean Tyler. Man, see, I'm getting you mixed up just like the baby.
So, after you sent the updates about Quentin in the quad group chat?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, they have a fucking group chat. They live together. They gotta be in communication as well when they live together. They're in different rooms. It's like, hey, quad, which room you in? I'm in room 2, quad. Yeah, just got my quad. I'm with my wife. Hey, quad, I'm with your wife. Lol. Damn. I don't want to have a group chat with like my wife and stuff. I don't want to do this. Actually, I do want to have a group. I want to invite like every family member, so it's the most nonsensical shit to most people until everyone leaves. Then the family never wants to talk to me again, and like, woohoo! I'm out of Shawshank, baby.
Sean had texted me individually about, like, since he has your blood type, that would mean that biologically that he was yours.
I've only exchanged a handful of words with Tyler since the blood type text message, and I don't plan on talking to him tonight.
So this leads everyone into a spiral. The fact that Sean has now found out that he's not the dad makes him really angry at Tyler. Tyler feels disappointed that he did it, but on some level deep down he feels happy that that's his son. And everyone in the group is feeling a bit iffy. But they go and play dodgeball.
Dodge.
And what do you know? Sean throws many balls at Tyler, which is hilarious because that's what he did to Sean's wife.
It definitely seems like Sean is targeting Tyler. Not sure what that's about, but you could see there was some pointed targeting going on. What the hell?
Yeah, so there's some aggressive behavior, 2 white people throwing balls at each other. I've never seen a fight like that happen since Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali. What a event that was. Thank the Lord that nobody got injured with those rubber balls. There's also a shot of the Sim-looking character looking from across the hall, just being angry because what he does was he literally takes the kids and he's like, I don't want to be here anymore, and he goes home.
I'm gonna leave. We're gonna go home. We drove separately tonight because the little boys need to get home for their bedtime, so happily I will take the boys home and get out of here because it's making me really uncomfortable and I'm pretty angry still.
What the hell? You guys are a dodgeball and you took 2 cars because the boys need their own bed? Does that insinuate that you're gonna put the kids to bed and then come back and play more dodgeball with just the adults? What kind of wiener shit is this, man? What? Drive in 1 car? Oh my god.
This is uncharted territory, and I'm really worried it's going to change the dynamic of our family. I don't know if we're ever going to be able to come back from this.
Oh, shut the fuck up. What kind of overreaction is I don't know if we're ever going to recover from the fact that one person knows who the dad is. We're literally going to be angry at each other until the kid graduates. And once he graduates, he'll be like, shout out to my real dad. And then the other one will strangle the other one. Because we're never going to be the same again since we know what blood type Quentin is. Ah, come on, dudes. You guys are in a quad. You need to quadricize your feelings. Just work that shit out. Be like, I'm not happy about this. I'm not happy about this. Put it in a bag. Get on with it, man. Oh, dodgeball's supposed to be fun, especially when you have that many kids. You made your own dodgeball team. Oh my god. And now we move on to episode 3. We're halfway there. Woo!
Have you talked to Sean at all about the text?
No. Can you imagine the looks we would have got if we were both breastfeeding Quentin in public? Just passing him back and forth.
Yes. Yes, that would be pretty dire. And why would you be in public doing? Okay, whatever, fine.
Yeah, you breastfeed him and then pass him to me, and I whip out of him and start nursing him as well.
Is breastfeeding in public okay? I don't know. I don't care. I mean, I don't care. It's fine by me. I'm not really giving a shit. But 2 people passing the baby around like a blunt midday, having a walk. All right. Just, like I said, just don't pass it to Sean.
You're upset with Tyler?
Yes, 100%. I just thought it was not okay for him to send that.
What I'm hurt about and sad about is that not only was I with Sean when he found out and he didn't say anything, which sucked, but also, like,
he still hasn't talked to me about it.
So the issue compounds, and this is kind of like what I was saying. It's hard enough to be like in a couple situation where you just need time to breathe it off, but when you have 4 people, you're constantly having this sort of circular thing going on where it's like, he said this and I feel this, and because I feel this guy's feeling this, and now we're both against you two, and it just keeps spiraling. What happened is that Tyler sent the blood type, and this made Sean angry, and because it made Sean angry, he talked to Taya, but he didn't talk to his girlfriend Alicia, whatever, and now she's mad because he doesn't open up to her. This is all because of that stupid little baby. Maybe you should give him back. Put him back.
Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me.
Stupid baby.
I definitely think that Sean confides in Taya more.
That's his wife, though. Like, you gotta be on. You're just a girlfriend. You're the side chick. Also, you're trying to breastfeed his baby. Get a life.
It's been an ongoing issue in Sean's and my relationship for the entire relationship. I want to be able to be that support for him.
So yeah, Alicia, I still don't fully know her name, is angry or sad that Sean doesn't confide in her, but instead chooses his wife to talk to. Meanwhile, Tyler is talking to his sister about the implications of this and what he should do, knowing that this is now his baby.
That one probably hurt in a sense for him to hear, but I mean, it's possible that the other 2 are his.
As Oregon residents, our state law says that the married spouse of the birthing mother goes on the birth certificate. It's kind of sad to think that even though this is my son, I don't have any legal ties to him and I can't be on the birth certificate as a parent.
The crazy thing from what I just saw and heard was the fact that the sister said, we don't know about the other 2. And I just now am remembering seeing the text saying it's this girl's biological son and this girl's biological son, which means they don't know who the fathers are for the last 2 children. They've been randomizing kids for the past 3 kids. This is like actually The Sims, where you just beat someone across the street and you're like, Gabushkap, and then you sleep with them and now you have a baby. You're just randomizing babies, dude. I feel like there's something down there that I don't like. Yeah, that's how I feel. That's how I'd feel if these were my parents' little baby.
Oh my gosh, such chaos. What'd you do? This weekend for Taya's birthday, we're taking her to Portland to go see her mom and grandparents, who she's really close to. And while we're there, we're gonna go to a yacht tub, which is basically a big hot tub in the middle of the river.
White person stuff. Just go in the sea. Just go in the sea. Just go in the ocean. Or go in a hot tub. Don't do both. Yacht tub, go take a bath. Okay.
Even when we're on a trip, our rules don't change. So tonight's my night with Sean, and I'll spend the night with him, and then the guys will switch like normal.
Dude, imagine they're going to see their family, and it's like, hey, this is my husband, Sean, and then like maybe it's the next day, hey, this is my boyfriend, Tyler, and the parents are like, what? Did you break up? And like, nah, we're going steady. That's crazy. Damn. Oh man, imagine explaining at a wedding or renewing your vows, and your best man is your husband. Like, what the fuck, man? Wow. That's, I don't know. There's so many things there. Of course, we're not trying to judge, but like there's a lot of logistical things that you just don't plan for. Like when they make his and hers like bathrooms, now it's like his and hers and hers. Whew. Wow. Okay. Anyway, this is a yacht tub.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Is that a floating drink carrier? Yes, it is.
What?
Hello. Welcome to your yacht tub. Ahoy, mateys. Stop it. Oh, on happy birthday. Oh my God.
Oh God.
Yeah, there you go. That's the yacht tub right there. Now she's getting some smoochies from the husband and the boyfriend at the same time in the same yacht, the same ocean. A little motion in that ocean for the gang.
Your love is freaking Alicia.
Happy birthday.
She even tries to kiss Alicia, but Alicia's straight and she doesn't want to do the kissing stuff. But all I can say is that hot tub guy must have been like, damn, I gave them too much champagne. They're all making out.
Let her hanging on her birthday.
Okay, fine. Happy birthday.
But then they do kiss because she got peer pressured into kissing her. So I feel like there is definitely something. I feel like if we have anything here, we have a case for Alicia, who might not be fully part of this quad. I don't know if she's fully a polyamorous person, and I feel like these little things are adding up.
I love my family and I love my life, but I do feel like something is missing, and that's a connection with a woman.
Motherfuck! She just had a baby, but now the thing that she's missing is a woman's touch. Because Sean is too manly and Tyler is too Mormon. So she needs a lady.
It's the one need that I can't get met within the rules of our quad, and it's something that I would like to explore.
Yes, right. Because like with a man, you just like a coarse rock. Like when you I looked at Sean in the tub, it's like, you know, it's like a mountain. And Tyler looks like a hairy imp. And then, so now you want like a lady, like a beautiful lady. I actually can see where she's coming from here.
What's up, man?
In the meantime, Tyler starts to talk to Sean about the awkward situation, about, you know, whose son it is. And he gets Sean to like try and like see his side, and hopefully things will go well. But these conversations never go well, and these two are super awkward people.
Well, you know, I just want to reach the phone and be like, what's your problem? Are you not thinking about it?
The way you're talking to me right now, it brings back everything else. We have these parenting conflicts. Dude, you don't need to parent me. I don't need that. We're grown men. Let's figure this out.
Yeah, but like maybe if I was parenting you, that would have happened. We just need to, I mean, it'll work out or it won't work out. Like
nothing gets done, by the way. Tyler is self-proclaimed not a confrontational person, but also seems like he's horrible at communication in general.
I don't understand the question, and I won't respond to it.
And no joke, Sean is like he's a baby. He doesn't understand how to emote things. He just gets angry at every situation if it affects him in any negative way. And he constantly spins it on the other person, saying like, you did this, instead of actually taking any accountability. So you got two just low quality, low emotional intelligence right back to back here. And then you're just getting, it is what it is. If we break up, then the kid's gonna have to deal with it. And I just feel like that's very dangerous, because this is a very volatile situation. Either of these people could leave, and now it's all the kids' fault. And now they got 5 kids that they're going to break up. So the more kids they have, the more that's like depending on them actually being together forever, which is very hard considering anything that these people do, they seem to have a problem with. It's been a few episodes and we've had problem after problem. You can't even play a game of dodgeball without these dudes being okay. There's a movie called Dodgeball that's longer than their relationship. Now we're on to episode 4.
Since we've been on newborn baby mode, romance is kind of taking a back seat. So I think it's pretty important that we start scheduling some time for some one-on-one dates to just have that intimate, special time with our partners.
Yes, so Sean starts by saying after the baby, we need to get back into the dating world, of course, with the quadrant. So we're going to set up some dates, and we're going to see how, you know, if we can get back on track and maybe make an 8th and 9th baby.
Oh, how are we going to decide who's going next?
Of course, rock, paper, scissors. What else?
I mean,
Should we draw straws?
is it that, can we just not, like...
Okay, who do you want to go on a date with more?
That's a bad game. I would like to rock, paper, scissors.
There it is. There it is. Because you can't choose, right? Because if they ask Sean, who would you like to go on with more? And he says, Alicia, then Taya's going to be like, after I had a baby? Really? And if he says Taya, Alicia's going to be like, oh, so now that she had a baby, you have to give her all the attention? It's a lose-lose situation. These dudes have to play random generated games in order to be impartial. That's so crazy, man. You can't even say you like this person more because the other one's gonna get jealous. Dude, just go on a date with Tyler. You seem to need that time with him.
Would you rock, paper, scissors with me?
Draw a name.
I will put their names in a bucket,
There you
and
go.
you can draw whichever name to go on that date with that person.
Yeah, actually, how is rock, paper, scissors gonna work between 4 people, dickhead? What is the fourth? Is the fourth thing quad or poly? Rock, paper, scissors, polyamorous. It's just that you win. Just everyone gets engulfed in the situation. That's what happens.
Are we picking to decide who we're going on the date with?
Just put Tyler and Sean in the hat like 50 times so they keep picking each other, and they're like, we're gonna have to love each other. We're gonna have to be I'm actually inviting you to my bed tonight, Tyler, but I sleep on the couch.
With, or if we're going on the date next?
Both.
You two, rock,
So,
paper, scissors to see who picks the name out of the hat.
Why don't they just both pick fucking names out the hat? And they don't even both need to pick the name. just one motherfucker needs to pick the name, and then the other one gets the other. Oh, everything is this. It's like we can't even figure out who to date. Now they're gonna play rock, paper, scissors to see which one of them picks the name from the hat, so the other one goes out with the other person. I'm getting a headache. I actually can't with these people.
Paper, rock, scissors it is.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Why do you say paper, rock, scissors?
Because he's Mormon.
You didn't learn it as rock, paper, scissors?
No.
Rock,
So
paper,
when you-
scissors, shoot.
So
Paper,
you
rock,
do
scissors, shoot.
paper, rock. Oh my God.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what nobody says. Scissors, paper, rock. Because you know if anybody said that, they're an alien.
Mr. Suave over there.
Wow.
I have a boundary that I established quite a few years ago that I don't want to know the details of the intimacy of either of the guys with Taya. It's just something that I knew that I needed because I compare myself to other people. I compare my relationship.
Dude, you're in a polyamorous relationship and you compare yourself to other people. Literally, polyamory is about other people. Oh, why are you there, girl? Oh no. Oh no. I don't know, man. Every time she says more words, I'm like, maybe you should actually just get out of there. Get out! Why don't you try normal, like a monogamous relationship? You might actually feel like you're benefiting from that position. Damn. I don't know if this is a jam, bro.
There's an undeniable physical attraction between them. From an outside perspective, it looks really beautiful, it looks really intimate. It almost looks like they're more in love than him and I. And I don't want it to feel that way.
So you're gonna lie to yourself while you know deep down he's doing things with her because he's probably having her babies. But you're gonna lie to yourself because it's easier than to accept the fact that that's going on. Or get into a monogamous relationship where that is never gonna even come into question because the whole practice of monogamy is that they're with you and only you.
Hi. You look so cute.
Thanks, I'm at work.
So then Taya gets a call from someone called Lex. And Lex is a girl who she knows through social media, who also is in a poly relationship, who's also had a baby recently. And these two connect. But there is something more than them just being friends. It's the fact that Taya secretly, deep down, has a crush on her. This poly is becoming a dolly. I don't know what that means. I was just gonna make up words.
Lex is one of my really good friends. We have a whole bunch in common. We're both polyamorous. We're both pansexual. We both have 5 kids, and we both.
Oh, she has 5 kids? No, bro, you combining the kids now. Dude, that's so much kid. That's... You know, kids grow up, you all gotta go to college, there's a lot of money. Maybe kid breaks his tooth, you have to pay for a dentist. That's a lot of money. You guys got money for that? 5 kid each? I have 5 finger. Oh, okay.
And we both just had babies. Unfortunately, she lives 12 hours away, so we don't get to see each other as much as we would like to, but we talk almost every day.
Did you ever date Lex?
I wish. No, I met Lex after we have been in this close quad, and so she's somebody who I could see myself dating, but no.
Okay, well that's... Okay. I was just worried about the 5 kids thing. It's like, there's nothing wrong with dating after having 5 kids, but now you date someone else with 5 kids. They each have sparring partners. All right, I guess. Taya's the one. She's collecting people. She's making love.
I'm taking Taya to the coast for our date. About an hour away, but it's a chance for us to have a nice little getaway, just the 2 of us. Sean and Alicia are going on their date tomorrow night, but they're just gonna stay local. It's really rare that Taya and I will go on an overnight date, but we all 4 agreed that Taya needed a little extra time. We wanted to make sure that Taya got something special and a chance to relax. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, so Tyler's going out with his girlfriend, Taylor. He kisses his wife, Alicia, goodbye. He's like, well, I'm not going to take you on a romantic date. You look kind of... But anyway, I want to take the golden girl out, the golden goose, who, by the way, just messaged her friend who she has a crush on. But anyway, we'll see how that goes. So I'm going to just take her out, see if we can put another baby in the oven.
You're the most romantic person I've ever dated.
Damn. That means Sean is not romantic because she's only dated those 2.
I 100% support her going, and she 100% deserves a night away. But I mean, he's planning a romantic getaway, and I can't help but be jealous about that.
But you can, though. girl, you cannot be in this situation. Like, you're feeling jealous that your husband's going on a date with another girl, and you're in a polyamorous relationship where it's an accepted thing, and she's like, of course I'm gonna be jealous. Do you know, like, there's a relationship type where your husband will only do that for you unless he's Tiger Woods? Like, do you get it?
Him and I have always really bonded over our intimacy, and that's how we connect, but we haven't been able to do that since I've been healing from surgery, and it kind of leaves me feeling insecure because I don't know how else to connect with him when what we would normally do is not an option.
All right, well, translation, when we're intimate, we're having a good time, but if we can't be intimate, we can't even have a conversation. Does that not sound like it's friends with benefits at this point more than anything? If you can't even really care for someone and the only thing you're gonna do with them is them? I don't know, man. This quadraphonic relationship is really falling apart, man.
My relationship with Taya has always been, I'll say, intense, passionate. So I'm really looking forward to a chance for Taya and I to be intimate.
What? Oh, God, okay. My boy over here, basically, he's on horny time. I feel like what he was doing, he's like, oh, I'm just waiting for that baby to come out. I'm gonna put one right in there. So I guess he took her out on a romantic date, cut up some roses. He's very romantic, isn't he? He's 36. He couldn't figure out anything less cliche than roses. But cool. I like it. I did that when I was 18.
I decided to blindfold Taya to set the mood. You know, we've got the candles.
Oh, there you go. That's even better. Sit her ass on the roses. I know, that's nice. Plump her down on the fucking roses and shit. Don't even put it next to her. Just might as well put the whole flower in the vase there so it goes up her ass. Good work, Tyler.
Rose petals, body paint. I really think she's gonna appreciate it.
Body paint? Tyler, she just had a baby. What are you doing? You Bob Ross, motherfucker? What are you painting? What's this shit about? Body paint. Tyler, body paint is for a car. What are you doing, sir? How many babies you want? You just competition with Lex or something? See who has the most babies in Lebanon, Oregon? Stop, dude.
Hey. I do.
So then he takes off her blindfold and pats her like she's a horse or something. I've never seen a guy do that before. He's like, how you doing? Good girl. It's kind of weird.
Put his blindfold on you.
No.
No? Okay. What do you need?
I don't know.
But instead of things going super sexy, she actually cries because she feels the pressure and she doesn't feel sexy and she doesn't feel good and she doesn't want to be forced into this and she feels like it's a bit too soon. And to his credit, Tyler obviously doesn't push her. He's like, cool. It's completely fine. We don't have to do this body paint dirty stuff, which inadvertently turns her on, and they do end up doing it.
Our date night was great. I feel extra connected to Taya today. We got to spend some quality time, and now we get to go home to our family and just be a little bit recharged.
He said he feels extra connected to her. You're not Wi-Fi, okay? Everybody knows what that means. Just chill out, dude. I feel extra connected to her today. Yesterday, I wasn't no connection. Today, I connected with her in many ways, you could say. Shut the fuck up. Let her go back to her husband, you horny freak.
Apparently, all it takes for me to feel sexy is you to say, there's no pressure.
There's no pressure. That's a weird situation.
It's a little awkward.
Dude, the way that he every time he puts his head down and stuff, he looks like a child who has a fake beard and he just learned about like how to like sex.
What is the best time to sex to become pregnant?
He's like just learned, so he's like, I wanna get some. This dude just, I don't know, there's something about him that just freaks me the hell out.
I think, it can be a little overwhelming being away from the baby and stuff, of course, but it was good once we got settled in. It was having fun. We also had like this edible body paint stuff I licked off of her arm and painted onto the stencil. Sexy. Hot.
I'm gonna write it down so you, in case you forgot, Tyler, buddy, your wife, this seems like pretty common knowledge right now, said that she has a boundary where she doesn't want people discussing sex stuff, boundaries. So, I don't know, you gonna ever respect that, or what's happening there, bud? You like next to her, holding her back, talking about body paint on your girl right there. Don't know if you want to hear that in front of everyone. Let's see how this goes down. It can't be good.
It was straight up syrup.
When Tyler starts talking about intimate details and romantic date and stuff like that, like, I really wish he would just stop.
Hey, I do too, actually. Not even just because of anything. I just wish he would stop.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
So, high five.
It's hard to get back to being intimate after what? Okay.
Yeah, I'm out.
Jeez.
I don't want to talk about that. If they want to talk about it, there's their business. I don't even know.
I don't care. Doesn't bother me.
Clearly.
I would assume overnight trip at the beach.
Well, yeah, I would assume too, but I don't want to know the details of it.
I said intimate, not naked.
Tyler, you fucking wreck of a human being, you. I said intimate, not naked. I was getting intimate. Intimate as in like sex, but I put a not naked. I had my underwear on, not fully naked. I had socks on. Damn you, Tyler.
Do you get intimate with your clothes on?
Can I ask why you thought it would be okay to talk about the intimate details, like the sex part of your guys' overnight date?
He kind of, from this angle, looks like a old Mormon Mr. Beast. Very sad. This is not how I imagined Jimmy's life ending up.
When I've made it really, really clear that that's not something I care to hear about.
Well, I mean, I wasn't talking about the sex. I'm talking about
the precursor to the sex, the foreplay. You never said anything about that. You never said anything about pre-sex, okay? So actually, if you want to be technical about it, I can talk about that all I want. So suck it, but actually don't, because she did. Oh, fuck. Never mind.
Intimacy and what we're doing and activities and things.
Like body paint, edible
Sure.
body paint.
Yeah.
Like that. I mean, I don't know why you would just mention that, and that has nothing to do with actual intimacy and like sex and stuff though.
How do you get it and keep it in the house and then not have the other person get jealous? You just like put it in an actual paint bucket and you're like, that's just regular paint. And they're like, are we painting the house? And you're like, no, I'm painting Teo. How do people hide this since Alicia needs it hidden? I just don't know how you'd if you're planning all these things or the roses or stuff. It feels like there's a lot of secrecy that needs to be going on this quad because of too much feelings getting tossed around.
I mean, I'm used to talking pretty openly with Sean and Taya and about whatever, and sometimes it's hard to remember to censor myself in those situations with you.
Well, I didn't realize that you guys all talked about intimate details that often without me around, so I'm sorry to have messed that up for you guys.
That's another clue, guys.
That's another clue, Dad.
That's totally another clue. They're talking with each other. These three can talk about this. Sean could probably talk about things, and Tyler's like, yeah, okay. But the only person who seems to be taking it to heart is Alicia, or Alexis, or whatever her name is. You know what I mean? It feels like she's genuinely, she's the odd one out, and maybe the person who needs to escape this quadraphonic couple right here. Okay, we're on to episode 5 now, peeps.
I'm excited because tonight Sean and I finally get to go on a date. Sean's and my intimacy has kind of been suffering lately, so I'm really hoping that this date we can reconnect.
Oh yes, right, of course, because one goes on the date, the other has to, because it has to mirror each other, otherwise one quad is slipping and the other quad gets jealous of that quad. Ooh, okay, so now they gotta go on a date. It's called it's like a reluctant date because these two are not even fully, they're not the same as Tyler and Taya. So now they, instead of going and doing something romantic, super cool, they do painting and wine tasting.
We're doing something that I've never done before, painting.
She's never done painting before, never in her life, which is so ironic because her husband did body painting yesterday to his girlfriend. It's gotta hurt.
Cheers to date night, to discovering new talents.
He's already drinking, love. You can't start doing the cheers still. Sean couldn't wait. It's a sippy cup.
You guys ready to get started?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to start with my gray in my plate.
My ass is sweating. That's how nervous I am right now. I'm messing up.
All right. Well, look, it's a date night, okay? Things you probably shouldn't say on the date night. My ass is sweating. No.
His ass is sweaty.
Don't do this. It's date night, Sean.
So Taya texted me last night from her date with Tyler during her whole episode.
What was she freaking out about?
Maybe Sean doesn't know anything about dating. Don't talk about your wife on a date with your girlfriend. I'm not a poly anything. I might be a polygon before I'd be in a polyamorous relationship, but you don't talk about your fucking wife when you're on a date with your girlfriend. It's a simple concept, dude. It applies to anyone. If you're monogamous, don't talk about nobody. Talk about what's going on. Damn you, Sean.
Just that she was overwhelmed and had to go to the restroom, and
Okay.
I'm glad they rebounded, I guess.
Taya reached out to Sean to confide in him. I wish that I had that same relationship with Sean.
See, as usual, because someone did something, the thing that they didn't do for someone else makes that person feel that much more jealous. Wow. That's really draining.
Is it more of like a jealousy thing? You're like, oh, we don't do that, so I don't want to hear about it type situation?
I don't know, it ended up being like about how many times they would do it or how many times you and I would do it, and it just like never really turned out well, so.
I think it's weird that you get so weirded out by it.
I like that he calls people weird in the poly relationship. I appreciate that about Sean. He gives me free reign to do it because he's like, that's so weird. She's such a weirdo.
I'm a weirdo.
Right, guys? And I'm like, yeah. But I can't say that because now he's saying that. And it's like, I didn't say this thing was weird. Sean, the person in it, said it was weird. Which I think it is, if you're going to be in a polyamorous relationship and be super jealous of things that any like person in a monogamous relationship would be. I feel like, yeah, Sean is actually calling her out for the right reasons for once.
How often do you guys have sex?
We try to have sex as often as we can, but we're...
Don't?
Well, we try to. I mean, Alicia's more vanilla than I am, so it's,
So, in the list of things that little old Suvi's ears didn't want to hear, it was Alicia's vanilla in the bedroom. Also, Sean says that they try to have a lot of sex, which is, I didn't want to know that, but also apparently not true since Alicia says we don't. So now we're gonna get this awkward conversation. I present to you two couple people arguing about why they're not banging.
We're pretty basic.
I also don't like being called vanilla. I'm in a polyamorous relationship where we were swinging. I'm not vanilla.
Swinging these nuts. It was probably not a smart thing to say that, but like, yeah. I think all signs are pointing to she needs to get out of this poly relationship, man. She's in it, and she's constantly getting called out by the other guys. She's jealous, and she feels like every time other people are doing things, nobody's opening up to her. She's also the one in the group who considers herself straight, and the other poly people are like, you're pretty vanilla, all things considered. And she's like, I'm doing this. What's more badass than this? When everyone else is like, that's just a starting point. I really think she's probably not truly meant to be this in this position.
Well, I mean, in bed, you can still be vanilla even though you're in a polyamorous relationship.
I just like to be vanilla with multiple people.
I mean, it's not like I'm tying.
No, he's right, actually. Sean's right. She could be doing ragdoll position, which is just like, I'm here. Do it. Do what you need to and get it done with. Like, it doesn't matter if you're doing that with 10 guys or one guy, there's positions. Lift the leg up. Do something, okay?
I mean, it's not like I'm tying you up to the ceiling or something.
Oh my God, he is such a serial killer. It's not like I'm tying you up to a ceiling or some shit and saying no cop will ever find you, bitch. And then putting on a Jason mask and I was gonna say running, but both of us know that's a stretch. Walking to the door. Sorry.
Yeah, it's because you're too lazy.
Oh shit, she called him out. She did say it. She said it. Oh, okay. I'm so glad I'm not the only one thinking that.
When's your appointment for taking in your sample?
No, I can take it in whenever, so I don't really have to have an appointment. I'm just taking it to the lab, so.
Did you read the paperwork about it?
Well, yeah, I mean, I read the paperwork as to what to do. I don't understand the question.
I was just asking if you read the paperwork.
Yeah.
I felt like you were snappy at me about it. I'm just trying to ask you a question.
Damn, okay, so essentially there's this other overarching thing where they're trying to do something else about DNA and Sean needs to give in his sample, which is his jizz. Now, Alicia's talking about that, asking how'd that go, and then she considers what he says as being a snappy person, but basically there's something that's not going on and not working, and they both just not communicating well. Sean is like a moody teenager, and she's kind of like an overly emotional person, and it's a bad combination because you can constantly misconstrue information.
I'm gonna go see how Tyler and the kids are.
Half-assed kiss. Mad at me?
Half-assed kiss.
His ass is sweaty.
Half-assed kiss, Sean says. I've seen him kiss not half-assed. I can't tell the difference, dude. But yeah, this is kind of how they interact with each other. It's always these passive-aggressive comments instead of actually sitting down and saying, hey, what is wrong? How can we make that better? Imagine someone doing that, and then as you leave, he's like, half-ass kiss. Someone's mad. How is that really gonna help the situation, dude? You're 46. You gotta get that communication sorted out, son.
Sean and Tay are bickering, and it's uncomfortable.
I'm sorry.
And then Sean's taking it out on me because that's what Sean does. Their relationship, their fighting affects me too because he's not nice to me.
So this is the immediate thing that she does. She's mad at Sean, and then she's like, fuck it, I got 2 of these. I got 2. And then she goes to Tyler's room and she's like, Sean makes me sad. And if you listen to Tyler, he's clearly learned how to do this response. He's like, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
It's kind of like an iRobot response. He's just like, if I say that enough, she'll actually just go away. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. That must be hard for you. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
That you hear him say it.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I get it. I'm sorry. Get out.
Of course it does. I'm sorry. When one couple in our quad is having issues, it absolutely affects everybody. There's no getting around that.
Yeah, but there should be, right? Like, that's gotta be a grievous waste of time. At some point, it's like someone does something and they can fix it themselves. You don't have to have this whole high school drama about things, correct? It doesn't have to be a universal issue, because if it does, that is genuinely going to cause a lot of problems later in life. And maybe not just for you guys, but if you have more people in the family, which you absolutely do. Once the kids grow up, it's 9 people in this quad. So you got a 9, and you know what that is. A thing that Adolf said. So it's pretty bad.
Today we're meeting with another attorney to get a second opinion about third-party adoption so that we can hopefully all have legal rights to all 5 of our kids. The last lawyer we met with said that the laws were probably going to have to change in order to make this possible, which would be extremely difficult.
Yes, you're not going to be able to change the laws because you sleep with 2 people at once. What they're trying to do is actually get like full custody of all the kids, and all 5 of them do that. And to their credit, they're going to see another lawyer to get a second opinion. Now, I wouldn't have done that because I'd be disheartened, but clearly these guys want this to happen. So even though there's a lot of roasting going on, I feel like they want the kids to have a good life. They want the kids not to get separated, even if the couples go their separate ways. And this is pretty good that they're actually trying for the kids. So I do commend them for that.
There's no precedent for having 4 parents on a birth certificate. And it's like, okay, what do? Do we start, trying to get legislation changed? Because that's really what we're talking about, is changing the law.
My name's Catherine, and I do adoption law.
What a smug little lady that is. You know she's got something up her sleeve. My name's Catherine, and I do adoption law. Yeah, I've seen quads. I take care of that.
Reviewing the Oregon adoption statutes, actually there is precedent for this in second parent adoptions. What? Yeah.
Yeah, so she says some crazy shit that like mind boggles them. Something about like second parent law, and she gives them the whole workaround so that they can actually start the process to actually do what they want to, which is amazing. So shout out to Catherine for doing whatever the hell she does.
I do adoption law.
Oh, adoption law. How could I forget?
Sean, there are kids. I hope you know that from me.
And in between them having a moral victory, the 2 guys hit it off. They're like, hey, man, I hope you know my kids are your kids. Literally. I think I actually put my wife in your kids. Or my kids in your wife. You know what? I don't know what I did, but the boy is mine.
This is my boy!
I can't come in. I can't come
I'm
in.
busy.
I can't. Sean is shameless. He would the door open, so.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna write that down. Thank you, Taya. Sean, TMI. That's an issue for me at this point. Knowing Sean's bowel habits is not something I wanted to do. Thank you, Taya. Anyway, Sean is in there jizzing. He's busting one out.
Busted.
He's doing his sample work. That's why he didn't want her to come in. And then she's like, I can actually help you. And then he's like, all right.
Everything about okay?
Came out just fine.
All right.
Not gonna lie, that is a pretty gay question there, Sean. Sorry, Tyler, my bad. I got them mixed up. They look the same, except they don't. He came out and he jizzed, and Tyler's like, everything come out there, big boy, Buster?
Busted.
You need a hand? Because I told Taya, I'll do it if she doesn't. You know what I mean? I've admired you for a long time, Sean. In fact, you look like a sperm. Anyway.
Last night was my night with Taya, and nothing happened last night. We went to bed, but this morning we both kind of woke up feeling a little frisky, and so we hooked up this morning before we started our day.
See you guys.
You broke the rules. Oh my god. You broke the rule. I remember you guys only allowed to have sex at nighttime. You're like nocturnal bitches. You can't do it in the morning. What? This is gonna really cause some issues. Rule break. Morning sex is a no-no.
You naughty.
Uh-oh. What's gonna happen to the group? Remember, every time anything happens, everyone gets affected by it.
See you guys had sex this morning. Did you guys break rules?
No rules were broken. The rules is that your day with your other partner starts once you get out of bed. It was still my night with Taya, technically. Once I got out of bed and left the bedroom, then my day with Alicia starts.
I feel like he's just being technical about it, since that's not at all what they said when they first explained the rules. All right, try explaining that to Tyler and whoever else that might actually get affected by this normal thing in an everyday relationship, but somehow the most scandalous thing in a quad since the birth of that child.
I have a sample to drop off. I do have one question. So it hasn't been 3 days since it was supposed to be 3 days. Is it okay that I've had sex recently?
You could say it in another way, Sean. I've been intimate recently. I've consummated recently. Something other than, is it okay that I've been fucking? Okay, I was just wanted to check. Can I actually tell you where I finished? Nope. All right. Well, sorry. Sorry about that. Well, you said put it in the cup. I put it somewhere else. Okay.
Guess what?
What?
We're coming to Portland next week.
Remember Lex, the girl who had 5 kids and the girl that Taya had a crush on? She's actually coming to Oregon because they were living like far apart. But now that she's coming there, things might get a little bit steamy.
When Taya likes somebody, she gets a little more giddy, laughs a lot. So like I get a feeling that there might be something.
Do you have feelings for Lex?
Honestly, I'm just trying to figure out how I feel.
Yeah, so the producer, this producer is actually the most baller producer, just asked questions I actually am curious in. This might cause an issue because Taya she says that she doesn't know how the feelings are about like this girl. She might actually have straight up feelings for Lex, which is gonna cause a real problem for the group because remember, everything causes a problem for the group.
You guys have fun taking in your sample?
Oh yeah. First I'd ask the lady, hey, does it matter, if I've had sex?
Hold up. This motherfucker been wearing the same hoodie for 6 episodes now. Sean even dressed like a teenager, like he doesn't have clothes and shit.
And she said no, and she gave me the A-OK.
Cool.
Essentially.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, I know.
So, in case you didn't catch that, Sean explained that he had sex this morning. And the act of him doing that this morning, the act of saying that this morning, made his today girlfriend or partner mad. Because, remember, she doesn't want to know about any of this stuff. And the fact that he even said it made her walk off and storm off. So that becomes a whole issue. It eventually gets sorted out, but basically Sean has to go in there and explain to Alicia that he didn't mean to say that. He doesn't even apologize.
I'm sorry.
He's just like, sorry you feel that way, or I shouldn't have said it. He's kind of like not really the type of person to say sorry. He's just like, sorry you heard that. And I guess they just don't talk about it, and it's now the next episode. But the starting off the episode revolves around these two, Alicia and Sean, not getting along and then going to some sort of couples therapy. In the meantime, Lex is there with her family.
Lex and Chris are a polyamorous couple that we met online a couple years ago, and our families have gotten really close.
Hey, Chris.
Lex and Chris have previously dated in a triad.
A triad? Like the gang? God damn. All right. They dated the triads. That's pretty gangster.
In a triad or a throuple, which is where they both dated the same person at the same time.
Wait, what's that called? What is that one called? Oh man, I gotta learn these terms.
A throuple.
Throuple. Oh my god. Oh shit, that's everyone. Wait, what is that?
Which is where they both dated the same person at the same time.
Wow. Okay, this is so much terminologies. Man, I'm old school. Cause I feel like when I'm a granddad, I'm gonna like just have question marks on my head because it'll be like, granddad, I was in a fazupple, and I'll be like, damn, what the fuck is that?
So how are things going?
I was in a fuchino, Dad. That's when you have mind sex with one person and VR sex with the other person, but you're in love with that person's body, but then you are in love with that person's race. Damn, a Fugini, son? Fushigi! I'd have never heard of that.
How are things going in your relationship with you and Chris?
For sure. We want to like date outside of each other, and I don't know, I'm kind of like nervous, scared, like.
Oh, damn. So, okay, so Lex and her man have 5 kids, but now they want to date other people as well and bring more people into the group. They're recruiting, basically, for their cultable or whatever they're calling it. Okay, I see.
Lex and Chris are visiting some friends, and my mom is watching the kids so that I can tell everyone that Sean did his research wrong, and actually him or Tyler could be Quentin's biological father.
In the midst of everything, there is a little scene that I had to cut for time where Taya meets her mother, and the mom actually does research that's more than just Google and finds out that people with the same blood type can produce a baby with a different blood type. And it's entirely possible that the father is not Tyler and could be Sean. Now she has to tell the group this. And the reactions are going to cause, you guessed it, fucking issues with people.
Tyler might not be Quentin's biological father.
I think Taya's full of so I check myself. What'd you put in?
The possibilities of 2 B blood type parents. The possibilities are B or O.
She tells the group over ice cream, which seems to be the best way, that, hey, maybe you're the father, actually. And instead of actually being like, woo, this is amazing, the first thing Sean does is be a prick and say that it's bullshit. And then he literally looks up on Google again, and the first thing it says is it is possible. So this dude actually somehow Googled the wrong thing and then went with it.
That's true.
That's the first thing that comes up.
Yep, Google says it's true, so Sean believes that shit. It went from untrue to true. Now let me see. Will Sean say I was wrong? Let's see.
Did it before.
How did you get this wrong?
When I did my research, I put in my blood type, which is B, and put in Quentin's blood type, which is O. So the research told me that that can't be possible, that a B can't produce an O.
There you go.
It's as simple as that.
Google was wrong. Sean was right. It's these type of people that piss me the fuck off when you can't admit that you were wrong. This dude is so lame for that his own wife had to be like, you actually might be the father, dude. You were angry about it for like 2 episodes. At least be happy instead of being like a dick. Damn.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Now Tyler's sad. My bad. Sorry. The 2-prong effect. Sean's being an asshole. Tyler looks like his world is collapsed.
Is there a part of you that's disappointed?
Obviously, there's a part of him. The face says it all. Tyler is looking like, what did I do to deserve this? He was actually so happy when he knew he was the father. Now he's back to basics, has to make another kid and stuff. By the way, these guys got vasectomies now. What? That's part of the thing. Like, the wives were like, no more kids, guys, please. Get it snipped. But you can't reverse those.
Snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap.
Kind of wanted to talk.
About?
Feelings.
Okay.
I just wish you could see my perspective more when it comes to like opposing views on things like that, or like my boundaries, considering like not wanting to hear about your intimate relations with Taya, and then you kind of like brag about it a little bit, or like,
I see. I thought it was just like information, just telling about the appointment. You know, in polyamory, it's important to keep your partners the same. Like, I may love them differently, but they're still both equal partners to me. I need to make sure that I focus.
Well, you married one and you're dating the other, so they're not, right? And you clearly have more of an affinity to one, since you message her and tell her everything, and the other one, you don't, right?
well, I don't feel like our relationship is where it was.
Yeah, but do you want to work on it or not?
Yeah, as long as you do.
How about we start by doing a redo of our last date?
Okay, I can play this one.
All right.
So everything is fixed in the world of Sean and Alicia, because they redo their last date and try and work on communication a bit better. But for once, they actually had a conversation where neither of them was being too much, and it has actually resulted in something good happening. Now, if they could just focus on this and be this more often, maybe things would go well, right? Let's see what happens in the last part of this episode.
Now's our chance.
Now's our chance.
How do you feel right now?
How am I feeling right now? Well, I mean, she's pretty amazing. One, she's adorable, but her knowledge, like her playfulness, like her funness, and then her understanding of her partners, love that. You know, she's a hot mom.
This is not part of the date. This is like they took the children to like Chuck E. Cheese or some shit. And in the middle of that, the moms ditched their kids and their husbands. And then they started holding hands, and now they're going on the rides together, which is scary because I thought the rides were for kids, not these two.
Okay, you go up first because I don't want you checking out my butt. I'm just kidding.
I know how Taya flirts. Like, I've seen those moves before, so there definitely is flirtation going on. Like, that's for sure. It's just what level.
They're holding hands, going down slides that are made for kids.
My brain isn't quite sure what's going on right now.
Sean and Alicia are on a date, and Tyler's home with the kids.
Sean and Alicia are going on a date. Tyler is home with the kids by himself, so he might, I don't know what's gonna happen there. Meanwhile, Taya and Lex are on a date. Oh, there's just so much happening. So many people dating, so many kids left unattended to.
But they all encouraged me to have a night out with Lex because she's only in town for a few short days.
I'm excited that we're out because I have something I want to talk to you about, but I don't know how to talk to you about it, so I'm probably just gonna be like an awkward. I think you're awesome, and I like low-key am crushing, and I don't really know.
I low-key have 5 kids, but I low-key want to invite you to my family, invite you to join the whole, like it's going to be Lex season. I want you to be in it, be part of the season pass. You want to get a pass on that ass. Come on, join the team, get 15% off per kid. Yeah, what do you think?
What to do with that, or how like your people would feel, or how you feel, really.
Yeah, low-key, how does your quad feel? Because my quad against your quad, we'll see whose bod is against whose quad. Low-key, crushing. Low-key, want to have more family. Low-key, you want to break the Guinness World Record for how weird this shit can get. Low-key.
I have been trying to deny my feelings for Lex. I think a crush initially can be pretty innocent, but knowing that it goes both ways makes things...
I think that's context, you know? Like if you got 5 kids and 2 husbands, a bit less, you know, a bit like, you know, still crushing, still, you know what I mean? Like crush when you're like young is like the cutest thing ever. If you have a crush and you're like an 80-year-old man on like a 20-year-old, that is, you know, just saying it doesn't make it cute at all. Just saying.
I'm scared of how the guys are gonna react. I mean, even how Alicia's gonna react, and I really don't want to ruffle feathers. The whole point of polyamory is to be able to establish these connections. And with the guys, there's just some things that they're not going to be able to do for me when it comes to my sexuality and them being males.
It seems like Taya's going to consider this offer, and she's going to break up the quad and make a quin. I believe quintuple is 5.
How was your guys' workshop? Did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed parts of it. I mean, they're asking questions about our intimacy.
Nobody gives a fuck. Sorry, Alicia, but there's some actual news happening in the the fucking octuple. There's something happening, okay?
That made me feel real comfortable right off the bat.
Sounds very emotional.
God, kill him.
Kill him now.
Actually kill him. See what happens. Make it a thruple again.
Damn
Love
it.
emotions.
Shut the... Okay. Sean is patting that baby's ass. I don't know. Is that a thing? Do baby like getting patted on the ass?
Get slapped!
Take a look at this, guys.
Damn
Love
it.
emotions.
Giving them ass pats.
Lex and I went to dinner, and she told me that she has feelings for me, and the feeling is mutual.
Oh, okay. We're at the last part. We're at the very end, guys. And Taya pulls out a Hail Mary. She says, "I had a baby, and I got a boyfriend, and I got a husband, and I got a family. I got 5 kids, but I also need me a girlfriend." So at the very end, we're now getting this 11th hour conversation. What would it be like if we introduced another member into this closed quad?
I need to talk to the quad and see how they would feel about me exploring things with her. When I had dinner with Lex, she told me that she has feelings for me.
Everyone seems pretty rattled by this except Sean, who's now playing his baby like it's an instrument.
And I think I have feelings for her too. And it's hard for me to just like ignore that.
So you want to see this more than just the crush part. You want to start diving deeper.
I mean, yeah.
Our agreement for years has been that we don't date outside the four of us. You wanted to change that?
Now I present to you a quad breaking down minute by minute. The argument is presented what happens if we bring someone else into the quad. Sean himself seems like he's okay with it, and there will be little change from him. Alicia doesn't like anything, but she's staying still at the moment. But the real person who has an issue is Tyler, whose issue is not that she shouldn't date the girl, but that if she has a chance to break the quad, what would happen to him? Because he's seen a lot of bitches and he's horny, and he wants to do the same. So now we have that issue. Suddenly the issue is not so much that she's dating, it's she's dating and he can't do it. So let's hear this argument.
You wanted to change that and open things up for all of us.
Why would it be for all of us?
And now, okay. And now Alicia has a problem because she's like, hey, this is not about you. There's only one person who's dating another girl in this quad, and it's her. So now she has a problem with him having a problem with it.
I want problems, always!
It makes sense if we're changing the rules of the agreements that it changes more than just this one thing. To me, anyway, that seems obvious. I don't know how it's not. Our agreement is that we're closed.
Because you're not
so we're closed.
pansexual.
So?
Do you feel like it needs to be fair and that you should be able to date too?
If I started to develop a connection with someone, I'm supposed to be shutting that down right away because we don't date outside of the four of us. So are we talking about changing that, or what does that mean?
Tyler really just wants to get some anywhere he can. That's basically all he's saying. He was basically saying, damn, I've suppressed my feelings for so long. Now you're doing it and I can't. This is blasphemy.
I love you. I care about your happiness. I want you to be happy.
But I also want to get my dick wet. And if you're going to do that with your proverbial dick, why can't I with my actual dick?
I have an ethical problem with this, and I don't see how it's fair.
I think it's comical that Tyler thinks it's unethical to be having this hypothetical conversation about this organic connection that I've made.
That is actually probably the most quotable thing of the whole show. So many pizzazz words in between that you can't even fully figure out what someone is trying to say. But I think at its core value, someone's saying the deal I made, I'm trying to break. I'm leaving the family that we started because I'm exploring my base connection because of my sexuality. You can't do the same, but also you need to stay in this because we have 5 kids and we're trying to get custody of all of them at the same time. Also, I think there's someone in the group who's not actually polyamorous. This is a breakdown of the whole quad in real time. All it took was one person outside of it to say I have feelings, and everything is just shit show.
What do we do? Just being polyamorous in the first place, that's uncharted territory. Now we're completely off the map. I have no idea where we're going.
And nobody does, because that's literally how the show ends. There are no more episodes. I even checked online. Nothing else is coming out. The show has ended. It presumably, at this point, has broken apart for all we know. But this was the show, Polyfamily, a show that started off exploring the idea that maybe you could be in a quad relationship and ending with the idea that if anybody says anything, it can break apart this dynamic. To me, it just looks like a lot of issues. It looks like if one person does something, it's tons of arguments. It looks like a lot of jealousy. And it looks like at any point in time, one of the 4 people pulling away or doing something outside of everybody's agreed terms will cause the whole thing to implode. It's hard enough being in a relationship with one person, in my opinion. Having 3 more is just, that's overkill. Damn. Anyway, that's my take on it. This show was a lot, and I can't believe I stayed up. It's actually 3 a.m. now. I needed to get this off my chest before I went to bed. So in case you were wondering why I sound tired, it's because I'm tired of the shit. Sorry, no, I'm not. Thank you guys so much for watching. If, by the way, you're in a poly relationship, it's fine. Clearly, I feel like these people are doing things in a weird way, but hey, you do you. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. Just make sure that TLC doesn't have a camera if you're gonna do it around there. Cool. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Take care, guys.